Hello everybody, welcome to Friday Sews. My name is Carole, this is my channel Sew Carole, and you are joining me on hashtag Friday Sews, a weekly catch up of what we've been sewing, what we've been buying and all sorts of things, and a little bit about life. This of course was started off by Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, and we are all enormously grateful for her for joining the whole sewing community together. Just so you know where to find us, all in one hashtag. I am coming from my sewing room today and it is still not sorted at all. In fact, it's got worse rather than better. But I'm really waiting until we've had a couple of holidays, so I'm waiting till that's sorted mid-June, and I really can decide what I want to do with it and what I need. So it's still a right old pickle. What I'm wearing today is a t-shirt I think I made about 5 years ago. It's just New Look 6246, the short sleeve version, little crop sleeve. Now, I have to say, every year I go to my wardrobe and I go to throw this out and I can't bear to. It's because the fabric was kind of, instead of being an all over flower print, it's kind of quite random. And I really still love it. And it's very useful being navy. But the thing that annoys me about it, and has annoyed me from the beginning, but I can't quite remember why I did this, is the grain line is going that way. Now, is it because I didn't have enough fabric? I'm not sure. But you won't be able to see it. But when I look down, I can see that the grain line is that way. So therefore the stretch is that way. Oh, yeah, no one can see it apart from me, but every time I look down, it annoys me. Have you ever made anything like that? I made something else like that once because the stripes were going to go downwards on a t-shirt and I thought that was wrong, so I changed it to that way. But yeah, does it matter? Nah, not really. Now, this week's video, I've got to cover a lot of things. I've got a Beyond the Pink Door box that I haven't opened that I'm going to open with you now. I'm going to do it really quickly. I've got some fabrics to show you that I bought, a couple of patterns, and then I have made a couple of things. So I'm going to try and condense all that into a very quick video. The photos I'm going to show you at the end are something a little bit different. We go away on holiday on Sunday for a week to Mallorca in the Balearics, and what I've done is I've got together some things that I'm going to pack and I'm going to show them to you quickly at the end. So these are all the different patterns that I've used to create the things that I'm going to pack to go with me. So that's going to be quite good fun if you want to stay to the end. So what shall I show you first? If anyone's interested in what this is, for my birthday I was given this stand magnifying glass from my husband. Fantastic, light magnifier, really cool. I'm really pleased I had it. It's at its lowest setting at the moment. But somebody very kindly, one of my viewers, commented to me something really important actually. I can't remember your name, I'm really sorry, and it might be that you don't want your name published anyway, but she mentioned to me that she had an awful incident with her magnifying light where the sun, because I've got the window over there, the sun caught it and it did cause quite a tragedy in her sewing room. Burnt through a quilt and sewing machine and all sorts of things. So I thought, okay, what can I quickly do to protect that? I mean, the chances of it happening are quite rare for me because my window's quite far away. But just in case, I dug out an old shower cap. So looks like she's like an Edna or somebody in the sewing room. So yeah, that's what that is. It's got a shower cap on to protect it from the sun. In the corner is something I did make this week, which I'm not even going to show you because I'm too embarrassed about it. But I had this idea to make a quick cover up using some other kind of grey lacy fabric. At the end of the video you'll show that last year I made it in a white lace, just this version here, and it worked out quite well. Now I had this kind of knitted grey lace, so I used that and it looks dreadful. yeah, not even suitable for sitting around a pool with. So let's just forget about that, and we'll just have that hidden behind. There's no way I'm going to be showing you that, but I tried. I did, however, make something very successful this week, which I'm really super happy with. I made a kind of pool cover-up, beach cover-up, and it was New Look 6575. I ended up making view C because I ran out of fabric. Now this fabric I bought from the sewing studio in Maitland, Florida. I love it when I can say, oh, I bought this fabric in Florida. But it was I'm not a fabric expert. I would say it's a kind of chiffon-y type fabric. Now I remember watching the lady try and cut the fabric for me, and it was slipping all over the place. So I was really dreading sewing with this, but I did think it would make a perfect beach pool cover-up. So here it is. It's floaty, it's light, it's going to be cool. I'm really pleased with it. I did some quite good pattern matching, I will admit. This has got a separate border here, and I managed to pattern match that so you can't really see it at all. Not too bad on the side. On the back, it's dreadful. Look at that. Yeah, I think I'll leave my hair long so no one can see that. But from the front, it looks really good. The only thing I would say, and it wouldn't, and I was sort of worried about it straight away anyway, is how deep this V comes down. And it did in fact come sort of right down to here. It's got a tie enclosure, which is half tie and then half elastic. So you do the ties and then you join them to a bit of elastic either end. So I really like that idea actually. So it looks like a tie, but it's elastic most of the time. What I did to solve this deep V, I did add another little tie just there. So it's about there on me, as you can see. That's okay for the time being. I'm not 100% convinced about it, but it's definitely done the job for now, and I need it quickly anyway. So yeah, I was really, really pleased with this because typical me, I panicked and thought I'm not going to be able to do that. It's got a facing, it's chiffon, but actually it worked out really well. The other thing I made this week was a quick mercy plea from my daughter. She, I think I've said before, always been obsessed by Ariel, mermaids, everything. Now the new Ariel film came out and she was desperate to see it, so she persuaded me to go with her and see the Ariel film. But she does this thing, she wants to do this thing called Disney bounding. It's where if you're going to see something Disney or going to a Disney park, you don't wear the costume of the characters, you wear kind of colours to coordinate, give the impression of the character. I think that's right, correct me if I'm wrong, but that's what they call Disney bounding. So she had the idea of me making a purpley t-shirt. She likes a peplum top t-shirt, and she was going to make some green trousers and embroider Ariel on it. Now I was quite pleased with the job that I did. I used New Look 6556, which I have used for her a few times before. I literally used the top of it, as I know this, I've got a pattern to fit her, and then I cut it off at the waistband and I just basically cut two big rectangles out on the fold, gather those and then attach it as a little skirt, peplum skirt. I got the embroidery from Etsy, so I downloaded that. I didn't want it to look too childish, so I was quite pleased with the design I got. So I put that on the front, and lo and behold, she had an Ariel t-shirt to wear to the cinema. I have to say, it's actually, I was very sceptical, but it was actually a really good film. I mustn't forget to say thank you so much for your feedback on my kind of faux jumpsuit that I made last week. So I made a top, made some long trousers, wasn't sure whether to crop them or not, but I think everybody apart from two agreed with my daughter saying keep them long. I took a couple of photos out in the garden this week and I'll put them up. I have to say I'm still not convinced, But what I'm going to do is take them away as they are and wear them a couple of times. And if I'm really unhappy still, I'll chop them off. I think in one of the photos you can see I kind of oiked them up a bit to see what they could look like. I love the top anyway, without a doubt I love the top, so we shall see. But thank you anyway. So Think Pink box. This is actually going to be my last box that I received from Beyond the Pink Door. I've loved every one of them. It's been amazing receiving them. But what I've decided to do now is my local sewing shop, My Sewing Box in Bournemouth. I'm going to give them a try for a while. They also do a subscription box. So I'm going to give them a try. Basically because they do a choice of wovens, knits, or even quilting fabrics, fat quarters. Now, because I sew mainly with knits, and I did have a lot of wovens with this company, I thought I'd give the knit box a try. So I'm going to open this one now, but this will be my last. So this was box number 16. I'm sure a lot of you have seen the ooh, it's got a lemon fudge recipe look on the back. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it. So what I'm going to just do is jump to the fabric. Oh, now this looks lovely, doesn't it? So it's 2 meters of Lady McElroy cotton lawn, the bright side of life. Some lemons. Now, it's a cotton lawn. Now, that's something I've never sewn with, I have to say. I never know quite what to make cotton lawn. I've got a couple of pieces in my stash, but I never know quite what to make with it. So this will get me thinking when I get back from holiday. But that would have been amazing if I'd have opened it before and actually made something to wear in Spain, obviously being Spanish lemons. So the whole box smells lemony. I don't know why. So what else have we got in here? Squeeze today. Lemon patch. Oh, little sewing labels. Oh, that's great, because I've run out at the moment. I used to get my own Sew Carole labels, but it's getting too confusing to how to make them. So lovely sewing labels. Fabric. I've got some black thread. Perfect. Oh, it's Metla thread. It's not actually Gutermann. And some shearing elastic. This is something I would love to master, and I think I need to master to make some girls' dresses in the future. So maybe that's another thing I should do when I get... I'm sure it's simple. They've done it actually on the Sewing Bee before, so I'll give that a try. But thank you for watching that part. I think I've said before, but I subscribe to this Sew magazine, and every month you get a couple of patterns. And I know I've moaned in the past about the patterns, but it's come back to bite me. I had this through the post. 100 Days of Sewing Style, and it's a load of their own patterns. But it actually came with a note to say they are no longer going to be printing the Sew magazine. So they sent this as a kind of final goodbye. So after so many years, Sew magazine's been going for a long, long time. So that's really quite a shame. And I hope that's not the way that all sewing magazines are going to be going. But yeah, it's come back to bite me. I should never have moaned about it, should I? But they've had their issues in the last year, certainly with sending patterns. But yeah, that was the final goodbye. It's basically all the patterns that have been in their magazines over the last couple of years, because I definitely remember seeing some of these. But, you know, farewell Sew magazine, you've been great. Fabric time! I'll show you a couple of pieces that I bought recently. Now, 2 of these pieces are from Echo Bee in Ireland. I love it when they send it. They sent me 2 little chocolate bars as well, like similar to a Mars bar, so that was great. I ordered a cotton jersey in this beautiful lilac with, I know I make loads of pyjamas, and quite a few of you say, you make a lot of pyjamas, but yeah, I do, because it's serving me and my daughter. But I'm hoping I'm going to make some for me out of this. And also this was a viscose jersey that I've got a pattern in mind for it. But I just loved all those flowers. It's got daisies on, for goodness sake. Of course I had to buy it. Actually, this looks quite like daisies as well, doesn't it? I popped into Hobbycraft the other day and accidentally walked down the fabric aisle and came across this viscose. It is a very cheap feeling viscose, but I love the little ditzy print on that, and I loved the colours, so bought a couple of metres of that. And lastly, I've been having a bit of FOMO actually. I keep seeing people wearing pink linen crop trousers. Izzy from Dizzy Quilts and Sews made a beautiful pair of pink, I want to say lunar pants. I'm probably wrong because I'm not very good on the indie patterns, but every time she wears them I am so jealous. So I got 2 pieces of pink linen. One of them I've already cut out to make some trousers. It was this from Minerva. Now this feels beautiful. I can't remember what mix it was, but it's not pure linen anyway. It's linen and viscose potentially. I've already got that cut out. Now they only had about 1.2 meters left on the website, and they actually contacted me to say there was an 80 and a 30 or something like that. That doesn't add up, does it? But I ordered it anyway. So I've literally made, I'm going to make Simplicity 8841, and I've cut it out to be this view here, the slimmer leg one, view D. And I've just done it the length 80 of the fabric, and then obviously the pockets and everything I can cut from the other bit. So I'm hoping that's cut out, and I'm hoping to get that sewn. And it'll just have to be the length it is because I was so in love with this. The other piece I got was for my daughter. It doesn't feel quite as nice as the bit that I've got for myself, but obviously I got a proper length of that, but beautiful pink because she wants the pink as well. So I was very happy with those fabrics I got, and as I say, I've got those trousers cut out, so I want to do them before I go away. Now I can't remember if I've shown you these patterns or not, because a couple of them I got a couple of weeks ago, but if not, I'm going to show you again. They're just bearing in mind I'm going to have to think about making this bridesmaid's dress for the tiny baby for October. I kind of started to gather some patterns and some ideas. This one actually was discounted in Hobbycraft. It was half price, Simplicity 1447, and I know I looked at this many times before for the boys actually. I think when they were a bit smaller, but it's got a very basic girl's dress which looks really pretty, just with a pleated front. So that's a possible. This one here as well, Simplicity 9117, was quite a new one. Again, just the fitted bodice and then the gathered skirt. That it goes from extra small, so it should be able to sort something out. It's got little matching knickers as well. This one I fell in love with because it looks basic and you could make it out of jersey. So it's a little basic girl's dress with jersey leggings. I thought that would be a good pattern to have anyway. The one good thing it did have was for a headband, which might need for the bridesmaid bit anyway, but even the bib. But yeah, so 3 little girls patterns I've got. So the things I'm going to be sewing in the next couple of days before we go away, hopefully finish those pink linen trousers. This has been in the to-do drawer for a long time. This is Burda 6330. I think I saw Viv Mom Sews reviewing this a while ago. Simple t-shirt but with a tie belt. It does not look very good there, but it looked really good when she made it. And I have this jersey, viscose jersey. No, it was a model, I think, or something like that I bought from the show when I went to Florida, the quilting show, and I just love the colours in it. So I think that could work really well. And as I say, that shouldn't take me long, so it's kind of on my to-do list. I will say though, if you look, it's actually split. It's actually got a seam down the front and obviously a seam on the back. I'm really not sure if I have to do that. I'm going to see if I can get away with cutting it on the folds, because I really don't like a seam down the front of a t-shirt. So I have to see the shaping of it, but I'm pretty sure I can get away with just cutting it on the fold, which will make it quicker to sew. We had an amazing weekend. Came back from Centre Parks on the Friday, went up to Kent on the Saturday, back over to Wiltshire on the Sunday. Amazing baby shower, so much fun. Lots of fun games, like we had a picture of a blank baby and you had to put what the baby should look like. I'll put a photo of mine and my daughter's. She did a great job in there. And other games like guessing when the baby's going to be born, etc. You know the sort of thing. We did have lots of fun. My daughter and I stayed in the hotel, and then Sunday we dashed back home, and I went to my brother's kind of 60th birthday meal that we had in a local pub in a village, and that was just beautiful. I'm so glad I managed to get there. The weather has been amazing the last couple of weeks, so that's just added to everything. So thanks for all your good wishes for that. As I said, we are off next week. We go off on Sunday for a week. We are going to Mallorca in the Balearics, and I have already researched some fabric shops. Now, they look really possible actually. There's two in the city of Palma, which is just the main big city on the island. They look both really good. But we are staying in the north of the island, so when the weather gets a bit dodgy, there is some rain forecast next week. So I'm hoping I can persuade my husband to drive south and spend some time in there. I can't buy much fabric because we won't have the weight allowance. But I just love looking around foreign fabric shops. It's just so interesting. So I'm not sure what next Friday Sews will bring, if I can film one or not, as we're staying in a hotel, but I shall try my best, even if it's just a quickie, and if not, I will see you the week after. Thank you so much for joining me as ever. Chat to me in the comments. Don't forget to catch up on all the other #Friday Sews. That's where I'm going to be heading Friday afternoon, Saturday morning. Thank you again, and I will see you soon. Bye bye for now. Thank you.